Hello, I'm AJ Hogue, the Director of Effortless English. Today I want to talk about using your body while learning English. When you use your body while learning, you will actually learn faster and remember longer. This is especially useful for learning vocabulary, new words and phrases. So let me tell you exactly how you can use your body to remember vocabulary longer, to learn it more deeply, to remember it forever. Okay, here's what you need to do. Whenever you find a new difficult word or phrase, phrases are better, you need to make some kind of physical gesture or expression on your face, something physical, a physical movement that is connected to the meaning of the new word or the new phrase. Then, every time you hear that new word or phrase, you do the movement. I'll give you an example in a minute. I'll show you how to do this. So, for example, when you listen to my vocabulary lessons, every time you hear that word, you make the same movement. When you listen to the mini-story lessons, every time you hear that word, you make the same movement. And by doing this, making the same movement every time with this new word or new phrase, you get the meaning deeper, deeper, deeper into your brain. You learn the new vocabulary much faster, you remember it longer, and you will use it more quickly and more easily. So let me give you a simple example. For example, the word loathe. To loathe. Okay, to loathe. For example, a phrase. He loathes ice cream. Now, to loathe means to hate. To really, really hate something. So he loathes ice cream means he hates ice cream. He really hates ice cream. So you need to think of a movement, right? This is a new word for you, maybe, for example. If it's a new word, you need to make some movement connected to the meaning. So it can be anything that helps you remember. So for example, I will use my face. So we'll say to loathe. So I want to make my face look like hate, so maybe like this. Right? This movement. This, to me, means to loathe, to hate. He loathes ice cream. So you want the movement to be exaggerated. It should be a big movement. It should be maybe even a crazy movement because you will remember it better. So for this example, loathe. So every time I say loathe, you do the same movement. So we practice this. And you can do this at home when you find a new word. Make your movement, then practice it. Say the word and do the movement. So loathe. 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 Okay, I know it's crazy, but it's fun, believe me. This will help. I promise you, there's a lot of research about this. This will help you learn faster, remember longer, and actually use the vocabulary better. Now, it's better if we use a phrase, so let's use the whole phrase. He loathes ice cream, for example. So ice cream, we could make a movement. Let's say we're holding ice cream and we're licking it, right? So imagine an ice cream cone. So we would say, he loathes ice cream, right? Something like that. He loathes ice cream, right? This gives us the movement in our body to show the meaning of the phrase. So we're pretending we have ice cream, we pretend to lick it, and then we pretend to loathe it. So when we hear the word, we do the action, he loathes, and then we do ice cream, pretend to lick it, and then we do loathe again. He loathes ice cream. So again, in the beginning, the first step, we just repeat this several times. It gets it into our bodies, into our brains. So we say, he loathes ice cream. He loathes ice cream. One more time. He loathes ice cream. Okay? You can do any action. If you don't like my action, make your own action. Just be sure the action and the meaning are connected in your mind. So we do this again and again. Now, every time you listen to the vocabulary lesson, if I'm talking and I say the word loathe, immediately you do the action. When you listen to the mini-story lessons, if you hear the word loathe, immediately you do the action. You do the same action every time you hear that word. In an article, in a movie, in a vocabulary lesson, in a mini-story lesson, in a point of view lesson. Always do that action very strong when you hear the new word or phrase. So I say loathe, immediately you do that. Loathe. Loathe. Every time. So you can say the word yourself and do the action, and then listen to lessons or articles that have the word or the phrase, and every time you hear it, do the action. When you do this every time, you train your body, you teach your body and your mind the meaning of the word. Not just in your head, but deep in your body. It means it's subconscious. You learn it more deeply. You'll remember it a very long time, and you will be able to use it much faster and more automatically. All right, so please do this. Do this with all your new vocabulary. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.